everybody, welcome, hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day, welcome. Hola a todo el mundo, bienvenidos, espero que estén teniendo un buen día, hello. Welcome! It feels like I haven't played this in an age and a half. It feels so long! I have been working. But let me first say hello to everyone. Welcome, hi Logan, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. Officer, welcome, hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. Ritish, welcome, hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. Nix, welcome, hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. Leo, welcome, hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. Nimbi, welcome, hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. Lite, welcome, hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. Nirwanda, welcome, hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. James Jagger, welcome, hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. Rodrigo, bienvenido. ¿Cómo estás? Espero que estés teniendo un buen día. Bienvenido. Hello. So, hi. Hi. What have you been working on? There's two things that I've been working on. One, I've been actually working on, and the other one has been like what I do on my rest time. Sorry if you hear all those cars honking. It seems there's like something going on. Which, when isn't there something going on in my city, to be honest? Regardless, sorry if you hear all of the cars honking in the distance. I've been working in like... You have rest time? I force myself to. If I don't rest, it's... like I'm speeding through my next burnout, so it's not a good idea. You should force yourself to have a delineated time when you absolutely rest. Aside from that, sorry, what? I've been working on like an art, a drawing that I mentioned before, the Lena one. Yesterday I disappeared off the face of the earth because I was struggling, but it should be finished by this weekend. And in my rest time, I've been, like, trying to figure this out. Trying to figure out this information that we got last time. Because last time, I went in being like, ooh, we have everything. We just need to find the red letters. And then the game said, are you sure? Here, have a geography of the entire world. Also, here, have the history of the world. And also, here, have sigils. What? Yeah, you heard me. Sigils. So I spent some time writing things down, looking around, and doing my maths, basically. And I think I figured it out. Okay? I think I figured everything out. I think I figured out all of the names of all of the sigil cores. We had seen that the sigils have like a little thing in the center, which is a symbol, and that symbol is related to one of the countries. And then there's one country and one symbol that is a little bit muddy for me because one of them is completely fucking censored. Because again, the history of this game and the history of this world has an authoritarian regime that has a lot of censoring going on. There's a lot of information that I have no way how to show you because it's all written down. What I want is for the next stream of this, I would like to have like a camera. I don't know if I'll manage it, but I would love to have like a camera pointed at my little book that I can like take the book out and grab and move it to the right page and show it again. I don't know if I'll manage it because I legitimately have no spaces to actually put the book on and point the camera at. But I would love to figure that out because you guys are missing out on so much. You guys are missing out on my terrible, horrible drawings of geography, which I've never been good at drawing like maps or geography or stuff like that. I've never been good at that. Wouldn't it be better to just take a photo? I guess that's an option. You know, that is an option, but I would have to prepare all of that before the stream, which means if I want to write something down in the stream, you will not be able to see it. Which, you know, it's what we have going on right now, so it's still better than what we have going on right now. But my idea of like trying to figure out a camera, I would be able to write on it and you would be able to see it in like real time. But I don't know. But what I'm trying to say is I figured some stuff out, okay? You know what this is? We're playing Blueprints, and that means I have a lot of stuff to figure out in my little journal, and that means the stream starts and I bombard you with everything that I've been thinking about. For example, we got all of the music sheets, right? We got all the music sheets. And the music sheets said, let me get to the right fucking page. Oh my god! Oh, this is the wrong clump of pages. Wait, I have some pages outside of the journal because I still haven't transcribed them. Music sheets! Okay, so, music sheets. Ah! Should I be reading the chat? Did anyone else arrive? No. Okay. Also, here's a use for the chess pieces. They work nothing like you thought. No, I actually have not figured out the chess pieces. The chess pieces, I have not figured out. At all. Like a handcam stream, real talk, Ellie, that wouldn't be the first case I've seen a VTuber doing that with their notes and with blueprints. It's just that at first it was like, oh, let me just write my own notes and then I can tell you about it. But now that there's graphics associated with it, like countries, maps, like shapes, colors, stuff like that, it's starting to become really difficult to just talk about it instead of showing it. So I feel like I need to figure out a way to show it and not just say it out loud, you know? Suspended from the ceiling with screwing hooks and a fishing line! I didn't get a chance to add earlier. Lena is an extremely precious rock, and I'm sure she's going to absolutely love whatever I'm making for her. We'll see, but regardless, she'll have to appreciate it. It's fine, ignore us. I'm not ignoring you. I'm not ignoring you. Does anyone else suspect that Ellie has been learning to play an instrument just to understand the music sheets? No, and I'll tell you why. Because this is a good game, and a good game like this would not expect me to have out of the game knowledge. I've mentioned this before. I resent puzzle games that have one of the puzzle pieces being outside of the game, and that is your real-world knowledge. I don't think that's a good game, and this is a good game. So I don't believe this game would do that. However, the music sheets. Hear me out. Listen to me. Listen. Are you listening? Are you listening to me? Listen. The music sheets. We finally found the fifth music sheet, which is the last one that I needed, right? No? Why not? Listen to me. Listen to me. So, music sheets. Lydia, I'm not gonna explain that. We've talked about it so many times. Music notation is not a common skills. Basic math and how to use a computer are basic skills. One of them you learn when you are in basic, like primary school. The other one, you literally need to play the game. So, not the same at all. False parallel. Let's move on. Music sheets. I finally found the fifth one, which means I have all of the music sheets. The music sheets have words that are bolded, right? The words that are bolded are first words. Okay, let me actually backtrack and read the music sheets. In the music sheets, one of them somewhere says like, among this shattered symphony, a message hidden beneath the keys in bold words, sung by you and me, a fractured soul, an urgent plea in bold words. So, the bolded words, each one of the sheets had one word that was in all bold. Bold, no wig, bald, no hair. You know what I mean? The font was bolded. So, I wrote down, now that I have the 8 music sheets, and I have the message that all of the music sheets spell out, when you just read the bolded words is, first words on the sheets are true message. And I go, okay, what are first words in the music sheet? Because the music sheet could be interpreted as being like, okay, the first half of the sheet is the first words, or the first sentence of the sheet is the first word. Does it mean just literally the first word and nothing else? And that is what I think it means, because I wrote down all of the variations, all of the possibilities, and only one of them made sense to me. So, what I got out of all of these is find among the white trees under 2 stones. Now that to me sounds like a hidden message. That to me sounds like I have to find white trees and 2 stones. Where the fuck have I seen white trees? I don't think I have seen any. I don't remember seeing any white trees, but this is clear as day. Find among white trees under 2 stones, right? Another thing! I always have so much to say at the beginning of the streams. Another thing is that today is day 17, as you see here in the corner, right? Day 17. Day 17 is in our calendar the 23rd of November. But that doesn't matter. What matters is that it's a Monday, and the 100 Bells Tea House opens on Mondays and Fridays. How do I get to it? I have no fucking clue. I have no fucking clue, but somewhere it says Sandy Heights 5 p.m. and I don't know what that means. White tree the plant or white 3 the number? Tree the plant. Tree the plant. So anyways, I have that, and then I also wrote down all of the dates that I have found so far, because the code for the grid says something. I don't know the first and the second words, sadly. I still don't have the second word. Small gates, which I don't know what that means. But then it says 8 dates, crack 8 safes. And that means, hey, what are all the dates that I have found? Because one of the safes, the boudoir, was actually indeed a date. It was the date of Christmas Day. Then I wrote down every single date that I have. I have a couple of dates that seem relevant, and then a lot of dates that are very random and I don't think like would be put into safes as codes. I have the day that Lady Epson died was June 14th or June 15th of 1983. No reason for you to remember all these facts, but I'm telling you what I have. The day that Lady Epson died, that's June 14th or 15th of 1983. That could be one of the dates. Then we have a ball that we found, a picture of Grandpa and Grandma, like Lady Epson and Herbert, dancing on a ball in 1952. That one is relevant, right? That one should be relevant. Then I have a foreman log, which doesn't sound relevant. A gardener's logbook doesn't sound relevant. I have the book that we found about the realms and the sigils and whatever. That was published in 1905 by the grandfather of Herbert, if I remember correctly. So maybe that's relevant. I don't know. It doesn't sound relevant, but maybe. Imagine making your wife's date of death your safe code morbid. I think it's the kind of thing that an old sentimental man would do. I honestly think it's the kind of thing that an old sentimental man would do. Oh, let me take the music out, actually. Let me take the music out. Okay, we are on day 17. I'm gonna write it down right here because I'm gonna forget. Last time I forgot, and it was mildly annoying. Mildly? It was quite annoying. It was really annoying, actually. I don't know why I said mildly. Okay, let me take that off. Let me put the music of the game, or the sound of the game rather, really high up. And let's go see if we can find the shelter. Because yesterday, I got an opportunity to set the time of the safe that exists in the shelter as, like, the day I arrive. Oh, we don't have the shelter! Damn it! Okay, it's fine. It's fine. I'm gonna go with the shrine, because I've literally never seen the shrine. So I really wanted to see it. As we established last time, part of this game right now is going to be just spawning as many new rooms as possible. Because new rooms means new information. If I can see new stuff, I have more to draw from, right? Important, how is the G word spelled? Gates? Yeah. G-A-T-E-S. That's what I have. Was just about to remind you about the BGM. Good job. Thank you. I am so, like, excited for this as every time that I play it, that there was an absolute chance that I would have forgotten. It's strange that these rocks are textured, but all of the other rocks are not. That's something that I'm noticing. Let me just go around the entire place, because this game could be hiding information in, like, the corners. It has done it before. I don't trust it. Okay, the shrine doesn't seem to have any information. Which, boo, very, very boring in comparison to the school, for example. Making an offering of money may result in the bestowal of a beneficial blessing that will last for several days. Oh, but I didn't grab the money! I'll be right back, bro. Bro, just hold on. Just hold on. Just hold on. I'll be right back. I already spent so many steps, but sorry, my bad. Ellie, you said the school was boring and then it did the coolest thing ever. I know, the school was really boring and then it did the coolest thing ever. Okay, money. Let's go put 3 coins in the shrine, even though it's making me spend like 10 steps already. We'll just have to come back. We will have to come back. I'm very sorry that I spent steps for nothing. But you know, you do what you do when you're excited and you're stupid. And you're stupid, you know? Alright. Let's do 3 coins. Confirm. All my money. All my hard-earned money. You have received the blessing of the High Roller. Each time you draft a shop room, gain 1 dice. Gain 5 extra coins each time you roll. And it lasts for 3 days. So it seems... Sorry, for a moment as I was turning around, I thought that I saw a face carved on the wall that I hadn't seen before. And it freaked me the fuck out, sorry. Sorry for that moment of silence. I was a little bit freaked out. Alright, so we have 3 days. Suddenly a horror game? It did freak me out quite badly. It was just a me thing. Like, clearly it was not the game doing it, it was me, but, it did freak me out quite a bit. Right, so, it seems like however many coins I put in the shrine is however many days of blessing I have. Maybe it's not related, but that's the first, guess that I would have. 3 coins in a fountain, eh? Well, this is not a fountain this time. You may fascinate a snake by showing her a featureless rock. It has to kind of sort of look like a head, though. I'm on my comfy bed. I have my cheeseburger. I have my kind of Mountain Dew. Red alert. I have the world's most precious snake playing a game with both love and amazing amount. I'm ready to game. Let's game! Let's fucking game! Of course I'm gonna get the quest bedroom. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? I'm gonna get the quest bedroom and I'm gonna try to make it to the antechamber, which I almost never get to. The key card! That's a strong start, bro. That is a strong start. What's the money? I know there's supposed to be money here. Damn, I know. Damn, indeed. That's a strong-ass start. That's a very strong start. I could have sworn there was 2 coins somewhere around here. Okay, so one thing I think I have to do. Wonder how are you gonna blow this run? I already started blowing it, if you really think about it. If you really think about it, I already started blowing it by not having the appropriate steps in between going outside and having to come back and spending like 10 extra steps just trying to get money for the shrine. Like, if you really think about it, I already messed up. Money behind the pillow? I didn't see anything. And it's never behind the pillow. Kick out of room 1. That's the game telling us to just get on with it, maybe. Maybe. Alright, so let me draw. Then let me draw this grid again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay. So I'm redrawing the grid in a new page because Nyx said, what if the pay attention to the shape of the board or something like that. And I thought maybe if I write down where I am finding the chess pieces, and I've done this before, but I think I have to try it every time until I get somewhere. Peon, yellow. I'm gonna write them down with their colors, because I only have one peon on the cave thing, and I think maybe the colors matters. I'm gonna grab the nuke. I'm not gonna start spending my gems right now. It's not a good time to start spending gems. I have to pay attention to if I find trees as well. White trees specific. Aha! Rook! Okay, white rook. Should I write down what rooms there are? I don't think so. I don't think it matters. The position, Ellie? What do you mean, the position? What do you mean, the position? Oh, all of these kind of suck. I'm gonna grab the corridor, I guess. We're gonna try and make it to the antechamber because we have the quest room. Like in real chess, but this does not look... My problem with that is that this does not look at all whatsoever like a chessboard. And I have not seen any chessboards. I have not seen any chessboards that have pieces on them. I'm gonna come in here, grab those extra steps, see if there are any... Aha! Not that it matters. I've already used the car keys. That doesn't matter. That's useless. Okay. I could use a storeroom here. Like, sure, I have one empty space that I didn't use, but I think it's overall... Overall, it doesn't matter. Overall, it's just not too important to fill out every single room. Okay, now, we have another peon here. It's yellow again? Do we think it's yellow? I think that's yellow, right? I'll trust you to figure it out. I don't think I'll figure it out. Because I don't understand what you mean. I really don't understand what you mean. There are no chess pieces here. Aha, there is! There's a yellow peon! Again, is it not called peon? Am I the only one who calls it peon? Alright, so... I'll just say you keep looking at the chessboard. But there isn't a chessboard. There's only one chessboard, and it always has one piece in the exact same position. So it's not really useful. It has not been useful. A pawn? So it's not a peon. I've been calling it a peon for no reason, is what you're saying. Gonna go for the spare room. Gonna keep around. Security ain't bad. Security ain't bad. I do need to start making my way up for sure, but security allows me to make keycards more common, which right now is very useful because of the keycard that we have. I also get to set the safe up for tomorrow in case I don't... Yeah, in case I get to spawn the shelter. Okay, so keycard system for sure. We're gonna do security level max, security level high, and offline mode unlocked, I guess. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter! Because I'm not gonna try. I have the keycard. So, return to security menu, and then log into network. Awesome! Chessboards are 8x8. Yeah, which is not the same as my grid. Actually, Ellie, there was at least one chessboard with pieces on it. It's in the study. Yeah, but the piece of the study is the queen. I've been in the study 2 times. Both times, the chessboard only had a queen, and it was always both times in the exact same position. So, I don't think that's relevant, because the grid, the entire like 45 rooms grid of the mansion is where I had to figure out where to put the pieces. A chessboard has not shown up in the same like situation where I would fix the puzzle. Just got notified of Elyssia Nico streaming on YouTube. 30 minutes in, damn. It's serving you this runner on a silver platter. It is. I wonder. I wonder. Okay, view active terminals. Get me the shelter. I'm connecting to that one. I'm making my choice. Star Baker, welcome. Hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. Hi. All right, so time lock safe. I've already screwed up with day 17 because I didn't spawn the shelter. So let's do date 18, which is 24th of November. Choose an unlock time, sure. 8 a.m. It stays up for, you know what, 7 a.m. 6 a.m. No, that's too much risk. 7 a.m. Because it stays up for like 4 hours. So as soon as I enter, I should be able to do it, no problem. All right, with that being said, now I have to spawn something to take me up. Because, yay! Okay. Both of these are good options. I think I'll do the pantry. I think I'll do the pantry for now. Let me see what I can spawn down here. If I can spawn something like... I'll take the courtyard. I'll take the courtyard and see if I can get a shovel. A shovel! Oh, now all I need is a kennel. If I could get a kennel, man. A kennel would be really good. Ugh, trash. Please don't be trash. Okay, a coin is better than trash. It's not the best, but it's better than trash. Parlor or observatory? A parlor for sure. Because I don't want to spend my gems like this. Gems are not in the white box or the blue box. That means gems are here. Gems are in both the blue box and the black box. That means it's a lie. Gems are in both the black box and the white box. Lie, truth. Finally something easy, bro. Finally something easy. It's been so long. Wait. Yeah, finally. God damn, it's been ages. Chess piece. Black pawn. We have right here a black pawn, which I think is finally relevant. I think that's finally a relevant thing to find. I'm excited about that. All right, let's go up to the pantry and try to get to the foundation. I say go back to entryway for dead end now. Not a bad option. Really not a bad option. Okay, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, because the dead end could change a lot. Problem is I'm using a lot of steps that way, but... Well, you know. I'm a lot more loosey-goosey now with this game. After all of the runs that went amazing the moment I stopped being too concerned about it. Like, when I stopped overthinking it, I started playing better runs. Utility closet does not matter today because I have the key cards. So I'm gonna grab the closet, take it out of the draft pool, grab whatever items I have. Awesome! Thank you! That's great. Do we have a chess piece? We don't have a chess piece. Okay. alright, okay. Sleeping mask. The first time you enter each bedroom with the sleep mask. Which means if I enter here... 5 steps, baby. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Which means if I go to that bedroom, I'm gonna get 5. Okay, if I enter... Is there any chess piece here? No. Don't see anything. Okay, so I'll go to the other bedroom. 2 steps, plus 5 from the sleeping mask. Awesome. Alright. The utility closet is still helpful for the dark room and the gymnasium. Oh, the gymnasium! You are so right. You are so right. The gymnasium could fuck me over later. Well, too late. I got a sleeping mask, which gave me more steps, and that's also kind of good. Okay, in this one we have a yellow peon, which I'm starting to think 1, 2, 3, 4. Sorry, pawn, not peon, pawn. I'm starting to think the yellow pawns are just like, here is where a relevant chess piece would go if this was the room where the relevant chess piece is. You know what I mean? Like, I'm starting to think that's a sign that that's like where the relevant thing would... Kennel! Love me the kennel. Love me the kennel. We have dogs, and we have dick spots, and a rock. And I got a fucking rock, which is good for nothing. Maybe. Alright, so, I could keep going that way, or I could keep going up. I feel like I want to keep going up, because I do want to make it to the antechamber. But if I want to make it to the antechamber, might be on my better interest to just keep going this way, actually. Especially because I'm always gonna have some dig spots in here. Ellie waltzing into Lena's stream like rock. Like rock. Goddamn rock. You made the right choice, Ellie. Utility closets will come up again. Closet was more important. You think so? You really think so? Or are you just saying that? Because I kind of fucked up. Turnip! Nice. Okay, I'll keep going here. See what I can spawn. I'm gonna spawn a dark room. Because I don't need it. I don't need this room to give me good rooms later on. I just need it to, like, allow me to keep spawning more rooms. Claim ticket. I could claim that thing. I just don't know if I'm gonna use it at all whatsoever. I still don't know where to use it. Oh, this is good. This gives me a gem. And it has a chess piece somewhere. A yellow pawn. I do think I'm getting somewhere with this theory. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yellow pawn. Because here's the thing. If this is bullshit, I'll figure it out next run. And if this is not bullshit, I'll also figure it out next run. And I'll be able to eventually get past the, Okay. I like that. Do I have the liver? I have the liver. Awesome. I have the liver. I like that. Also, I have to check the grid letter about at this height. No, only up the top. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's an E. I don't know why I keep doubting myself. Alright. Do I have anything to combine? Probably not. Shovel, block, and liver. What else? It's driving me insane. It's driving me so insane that I have no idea how to combine that. With what? With what, bro? I think I'm gonna take the dining room instead of the garage, cause... Oh, but the garage does have 3 keys. And 3 keys could be really helpful. Especially if I get the Great Hall. Unless I wait for the Great Hall. I'm gonna grab the dining room. Unless I wait for the Great Hall, because when I... Okay, yellow pawn. Yellow pawn. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I drew this wrong. What? No, I didn't. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yellow pawn. Garage also typically has items. Last time it had nothing. I know that for sure because I was disappointed that it had nothing. I know that for certain. Okay. I'm gonna keep going up, I guess. But I don't want to. I'd rather go to the side and see what's there. Shovel, broken lever, and keycard is the ultimate opener. What about this sledgehammer? That feels more like an opener. I'm gonna grab the walk-in closet. It's gonna give me a bunch of items, which could include something to combine in the workshop. No, it didn't. It didn't. Boo-hoo. All right, chess piece. Chess. There's a swan? Does that mean anything? Does that mean anything, the fact that there's a swan? So guys, here's my theory for the chess pieces. My theory is that they are always gonna show up in the same spots. The same... Like, my theory is that the same... pieces are always gonna show up in the same spots. I'm gonna spawn the kitchen, but I'm not going to use it. I'm gonna go back to the dark room and keep going that way. Nothing yet. I'm gonna keep going through the dark room. Because I want to see if I can draw some... Okay, that's gonna give me a key. I'm gonna grab it. It's gonna give me a key or something else. Actually, I'm not entirely sure. So 11 plus 20. Let me get my cheat sheet. 11 plus 20, that's 31. And pink is multiply. 31 times 2 is 62. Minus 10 is 52. So that cannot be. Okay, so how about 20 minus 10? What? Why did I add 11 before? What? Why did I add 11 before? 20 minus 10 is 10. Times 2 is 20. That makes so much more sense. That makes so much more sense. 16 minus 10 is 6. Times 5 is 30. Divided by 10 is 3. Okay. 10 minus 4 is 6. Minus 2 is 4. Times 2 is 8. Divided by 2 is 4. This is the best math you'll ever see me do, guys. This is how much I love this game. I I do math and I don't even question it. I do math and I don't complain. I don't whine about it like a baby. I just do it. That's how much this game brings out of me. Okay. Gonna go back to the kitchen. Which means I spent a lot of steps. I know. But I'm following my instinct. I am following my instincts. That has served me well. And if I fuck up the run too fast, I get to do a second run. And that would be cool too. We have water. Awesome. We do have water. We can order some food. Main course, powerhouse steak. A delightfully expensive steak cut bone in, an extra marble for maximum tenderness, a perfect dish for those who love extravagance. If you have the showroom, add 10 steps. We gotta try to have the showroom. That would be cool. I'm not gonna buy any food because I can only buy several bananas, which I don't think is a good deal. I think the commissary could have better deals. That's porterhouse, Ellie, not powerhouse. Yeah. I don't know how to read, guys. You have to accept that I don't know how to read. What do you have, man? Salt shaker, sledgehammer, metal detector. The sledgehammer is very tempting, so I'm not gonna buy anything just now. See if I find a couple of coins for the sledgehammer. Library would block me off entirely. I'd rather do the observatory. But do I want to? Or do I want to redraw? I might save my redraws for later. I might save my redraws for when they would matter more. I have 9 stars now. I have a white knight. Right here. White knight. And I think... Let me check something. Dinner is served. Dinner is served. Please tell me I wrote it down somewhere. Oh, please tell me I wrote it down somewhere. At one point I started thinking, okay, let's write down not just what chess piece it is, but also what room it was. Because I feel like the observatory always has the white knight. But I didn't write it down anywhere. Or I wrote it down several runs ago, and then I thought like, well, we can't really keep this information here if I'm gonna change it every run. I'm gonna point at it, put observatory. Cause here's my theory with the chess pieces, alright? My theory is, if you've seen the puzzle, it basically looks just like this. It basically looks like the grid with the antechamber plays and everything, and it has some chess pieces around it. Those chess pieces are like 1 pawn, 1 rook, 1 bishop, 1 knight, something like that, right? And there's obviously 44 spaces where I could put each of them. The house has the same structure, the 44 rooms, with the antechamber, and it has chess pieces all around. In my theory, is that the pieces of chess are in specific rooms with a lot of red herrings, all of the yellow pawns that mean nothing. And once I have understood where in the house each piece goes, I can go back to the puzzle, Put them where they belong. My biggest issue is, are they actually tied to a specific room in the grid, or are they tied to a specific type of room, like the observatory? I don't think that makes sense, because the puzzle doesn't have anything to do with the type of rooms. It just has the grid of the 44 rooms, 45 rooms. Not entirely sure. But I have to find a way to record these pieces. 99% sure the yellow chess pieces are actually white chess pieces. It could be. It could be that they're white and not yellow as like a red herring. Nice! These are both really nice things. I love it. They could be. What matters then is finding the black pieces, which I have found one. I found one black pawn, and that's it. All right, now what? Now I keep trying to make it to the antechamber over here. Even though I cannot open it. Oh, I don't want to block myself out. Because that's the secret garden entrance. That's the easiest entrance to find. Kinda. I'd rather grab the pool. Or the hall. I'd rather grab the pool. Instead of entering in, I'm gonna walk back, have dinner in the dining room, and keep going out the other way. Inadvisable! I know! Very inadvisable! I have 12... That was a stupid step to spend. That was a stupid spend! How did I not notice? When did I get money? How did I get money? That's really cool that I got some money. I'm really happy that I got some money. Yum, 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 yum. Why are you doing it like that, by the way? I'm following my gut. I am following my instincts. There's no need to try and go to the antechamber. Okay, let me explain it. There's no need to try and go to the antechamber without the key to the secret garden, because I will not be able to open it. So there is not much of a point in following up in that direction, because I'm not gonna spawn the secret garden in those 2 squares. On the other side, I still have chances of finding the right rooms that would allow me to enter the antechamber. Doing it this way, I have the entrance, not locked by my own mistakes. If I find the secret garden. If I don't, and I find a different entrance, well, that's fine. That's alright, you know? But my reasoning, I think, is like, there's no reason. Oh, I won the greenhouse, but that would completely break everything. Let's grab the secret passage. Let's grab the secret passage. And let's grab another green or hall, because I don't have a lot of options to go out right now. And the halls could give me a lot of doors. So I think this one might be better. Ooh, a foyer. Hallway doors are always unlocked. No! 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 Oh, man! The foyer! Didn't you still need the letters in those top corners, by the way? Yeah, in these top corners. In these three, which is another reason to try and go that way. Another reason to try and go that way is that I do need those 2 letters, 3 letters. How many do I need? 3 letters. 4 letters. Alright, so I need those 4 letters. There's another thing to do in this area. I need this letter right on top. So let's try for that first. I cannot block myself off. I'll have to spend the stupid gem. Sadly, I'll have to because I need this letter. Letter. A pane and a plane, right? Pane and plane. L, which is what I knew that we had because the word is small. So there was no chance that there was any other letter. But now at least I've seen it. At least I have the peace of mind that it wasn't just me putting it together by logic. It was the game giving it to me. I can rest easy. Okay, let's keep trying to go up, I guess. The locker room, I cannot afford. The great hall that I could have unlocked if I had found the foyer. That's right. And the computer! Oh my god, you're so right. You are so right. Thank you. Thank you. Experiment setup. Continue the experiment. When you drop the red room, lose 5 steps. No. When you drop the shop room, each time you unlock or bypass a security door, set your steps to 40. Bro! That could be something. That could be something. Or permanently add 1 gold. So, I'm gonna do each time you unlock or bypass a door. A security door, which I have set to maximum today, so I have better chances. But I don't know which one is better in between these two. Obviously, this one is fantastic as well. It's a really good one. This one would give me more longevity in this specific run. This one would be like for the long haul. Option number 3, permanent. Yeah, I think the permanent should be better, right? What is this run? It's a golden run that I'm somehow gonna ruin. Don't worry, I'm somehow gonna ruin this. And that I can promise you. That is a guaranteed. And the shitty part is that if I had done that before unlocking this, I would have already gotten 1 extra gold. Damn it! That's so bad. That is so bad. Please. All 3 of them are so good, though. All 3 of them are really good. Okay. I have the cloister, but I can't use it. I have the archives, which absolutely ruins my run, or I have this thing, which would block me off. I'm gonna redraw. Hope for the best. God damn it, bro. God damn it. No matter what I do, I block off the 3 places that I needed. No matter what, I block off the 3 squares that I most wanted. God damn it. Gonna go to the library. Gonna see if I can get a new book. More information is the name of the game right now. Okay, Sightseers, Guide to Reddington I've done. Fixed Stars, I don't know if I've done. I've done the History for India, the user manual, the drafting strategy. I don't know if I've done this. Golden Run over? Golden Run has definitely been over. Swimbird, Fixed Stars. I'm gonna do Swimbird. This run started off so strong and then turned mid unbelievably fast. It did. However, look at the time. We can do one more run if I finish this off instead of extending it for no reason. If I finish this off instead of extending it for no goddamn reason, we can do one more run. I'm not seeing any chest pieces. That's what I was looking for. So let me spawn the last few doors that I'll be able to spawn, and then let's get going. This is locked, and I have no more keys. And this is a big-ass gamble. Locked. They're all locked, aren't they? God damn it! Oh, my extra allowance, man. We want to fully exploit the experiment before calling it a day, right? I can't. My only chance is going up to the pool and seeing if there's any more stuff there. Which I guess, sure, let's do that. Let's see if that gives me anything. Cloister or sauna for tomorrow. I cannot do the cloister. I'll do the archives. I'll do the archives. This run is over anyways. This run is so cursed anyways. Let's do the archive floor plan, whatever it is. Fuck that. What? Why did it take my steps off? I didn't even step in there. Just for existing? Bro? You're really gonna do that just for existing? That is insulting. That's insulting. Keycard, boom. One extra. We got one extra thingy, allowance. Yip, yip. Oh, 2 extra allowance per day. That's awesome. You know what? Actually, we did get to use it. Your allowance has been raised. Thank you very much. I'm not gonna go in there. Am I? There's no reason to go in there. Is there? What if he has, like, doors with... Fuck it. No, it doesn't. But... White Bishop. White Bishop. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is a white... Bishop. And it was... the church. Information. Information matters. Information matters. Okay, let's see if we make it back to the pool. If we don't, we don't. It's fine. It's whatever. I think I need to be less scared of ruining a run and starting over, you know? I have to be more willing to do this. Mess up the run, start over, do 2 runs in a stream. Oftentimes I do one extremely good run, and then I can't do anything else. And that's kind of worse sometimes. Okay, all the way straight and then all the way up. Okay. 9 steps, I'm not making it. I am not making it. There's no way I'm making it. But I can try. I can sure try. Hey, can I combine anything? Shovel, sledgehammer. Shovel, broken lever, and sledgehammer. Can we take the wrench? No, we cannot. No, sadly, it's not a possibility. I was so sure that I have seen a chess piece in this room, though. Yes, I have seen it. It's that pawn. Okay, let's spend my money on food. In something that will allow me to have a better run tomorrow. Preferably. You know what? Give me a banana. Give me a banana. like it. The run's over, but I can still walk. I can still walk. Not there. Yay! Extra allowance! I'm so glad we went with the allowance, guys. I'm so glad we went with the allowance thing. Freezes your accounts, will not reset at the end of the day, and they cannot be adjusted or used until tomorrow. I don't know that that's a good idea for today. Impulse buying isn't healthy. Keeping coins that I'm gonna lose tomorrow isn't either. The fixed stars is already available in the observatory. Oh, is that the fixed stars? Oh, this is why I hate the archive so much. I know. I know. Spawning in the weight room halves your steps. Maybe if you read. I forgot that I had to read. Snake guy, welcome. Hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome, welcome. Hi. Thank God you saw it. I was in the process of typing. What? Did I saw what? Did I saw what? Oh, then I saw the sledgehammer. Not that it matters. Like, literally not that it matters. I thought you went with the steps thing? No, I went with the allowance. I think you mentioned something last time. Remember for this session, something about spawning the freezer in close proximity to a heat source? But it's not in close proximity, sadly. Like, sadly, there's nothing I can do here. The pool is not a proximity source. Locked. Okay, run over. But I think I added so much money to my allowance. We're gonna call it a day here. Call it. We are now on day 18. Hopefully we get the shelter on day 18. And I get to corroborate my theory with the chess pieces. At the end of the day, I think it's kind of better that I had a bad run because I get to go right back in and test the chess pieces theory right now. I'm tired, just got off of a flight. How was your flight? I hope that it was good. Where are you coming from? A trip for family, relaxation, work? 20 steps from the sauna, baby! Let's go in, get my allowance, just in case. 6 coins! Every day I'll start with 6 coins. That is awesome! Awesome! But you saw the pawn in the dining room? Yeah. I did see it the first time, though. There was something she wanted us to remind her to remember. What was it? I don't know. I forgot! The sauna or the furnace? Yeah, I was thinking that I need to spawn the furnace and the freezer on the same day. It's just difficult with the RNG, you know? But, I really do think there's something to that. Why? Why am I dumb? I mean, I did ruin the run, so... Oh, man! Come on! Really? I don't like any of them. Let's bet it on the root cellar, because I have not been to the root cellar yet. Let's bet on having a shovel at some point. I can come back here and check. A family tree! Let's see if it looks exactly like what my family tree looks like. Because I have a family tree. I have a family tree that I have been making on my notebook. And now I have a proper photo of the family tree. Let me first screenshot it and put it on my Discord. So I can print it later. Okay, so, Mary Epstein. Simon Sinclair, Clara Epstein. What? Yes. Sorry, I got really confused for a moment. Sorry. So I have Marion is the daughter of Simon. I don't understand this tree. I don't don't understand this tree, actually. So Simon and Herbert are siblings. I know that much. Simon and Herbert are siblings, which is what I have. And then Simon is the father of Marion. That's what I have. However, I had Clara Epson as the wife of Herbert Sinclair. I had Clara Epson as being married to him. Then I do have Lionel Epson, son of Lord William Epson, and I guess Lady Ashlyn. I'm gonna write that one down because I didn't have it. Baron Thomas Sinclair. Yeah, I had that. Baroness Aravel. Okay. So I had it entirely wrong about Clara Epson. Where Clara Epson goes. I just don't know how these trees work. From like a design standpoint. It's actually getting off because the other people in my row took their sweet time getting ready to leave, so that to give him more time. It tends to happen, doesn't it? Oh, nice, another weekend form. Let's go! That time is really stuck in there until you take it off, gosh. So leaving flight, going for a little weekend con. Nice! Have fun! Oh my god, have a lot of fun! Hobble because of the 90 footsteps. 90 footsteps are gonna go away so fast. They're gonna go so fast. I don't like any of these she says about the room she's never visited. Yeah, my goal has to be to spawn new rooms that I've never seen. What do you know? There was something important that you've been looking for inside. It's kind of important, but at the same time, I don't quite understand it. So, apparently this entire side of the family tree, I had wrong. I had it like that. Okay, let me write down Clara on this side. Clara Epson. And also, important to note, Mary Epson. She took her mother's name. Is that... I was gonna say, like, is that a feature of this world? Is it a world where the surname is passed on from the maternal side? But that is not the case, because we have Baron Thomas Sinclair passing on his name to his two sons, and Lord William Epson passing on his name to his son and daughter. So this is a very conscious choice. That is something they decided. Okay. Okay. Lore. We're trying to understand what this means. Alright, so what is my goal now? Checking the chess pieces. Checking that the chess pieces are still in the same places. / different rooms, I guess. Let's do the quest bedroom. I do desperately want to get to the antechamber so I can actually make use of it, but it doesn't seem like it's all that likely. Magnifying glass! Nice, cute. Cute, if you will. Demure. Demure, adorable. Alright, kitchen, den, or pantry. I think den is better because it opens up both sides of the house. I think I'm gonna keep going this way. Try to spawn some ways to use the other side of the house. I don't want to block myself up so early. It seems pretty bad. I'm gonna go to the nuke instead. Demure, adorable serpentine. Okay, so bad news. Very bad news. The white rook is still on the nuke, regardless of the position. So it's not grid dependent. God fucking damn it. What does that mean? Oh, what does that mean? Because it's now 1, 2, 3. It's now here. White rook. What does that mean? Okay, so this I'm crossing off. That's not how it works. It is not grid dependent. It's not grid dependent. And that's driving me crazy. Because the way to solve this is with a grid. It doesn't have a normal chess board. It has a grid. That was a sack drafting roll? Yeah, it was pretty bad. Maybe if you get a chance at the end of a run, you go check the board. Yeah, maybe I go show you what I mean. I think it means you're going to have to do a run with enough steps to find all the pieces and make it back to the chess puzzle. Oh, which is so many steps. Asi, welcome and hello, how are you doing? Hope you're having a good day. Welcome to the channel, welcome to the pit. I hope you enjoy your time here. I'm glad that YouTube recommended the stream. Have you played this game? Are you familiar with blueprints, Asi? Because if you're not, let me tell you, it's a journey. It's a journey and a half. I'm gonna grab the West Wing hole, because it's only gonna spawn on the West Wing anyways. So I'm not... Woo! If only I had a shovel. You know what I really need, guys? A kennel. I need a kennel desperately, because that would... That would guarantee that I get a... Ooh, the queen. The white queen. But that means nothing. Have I been to the lady chambers? I don't think so. That doesn't look familiar. Huh. Huh. I think this is the first time I'm here. Whoa. 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 The Ladyship Diary. And I have the magnifying glass. It's locked though. How do I open it? Upgrade disc! Okay. 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 Calm down. Calm down. You're fine. You're fine. You're okay. 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 So, I have to come back here when I figure out the key situation. I have not seen anything that looked like a small key. Does it never end? Does it never end? I'm gonna screenshot this. I'm gonna screenshot this for sure. I present to you our favorite serpentine golf ball. I'm a bit of a Koopa. I play this game a lot, yes, so I will not spoil anything. Thank you. I do appreciate the idea of like coming in and knowing that it's an easy to spoil game and being like, hey, I'm not gonna spoil anything. At some points, I do get really stuck and I ask for clues. I warn you right now, at some points I do ask for clues. Right now, I am trying... Junji Ito? Lady Epson was a fan of Uzumaki. So, does it ever end with that little bit of a spiral? I have definitely never been here. Which is really cool. Now let's get out of here. I need to find a shovel, a kennel, a key for the diary, ideally. I will use the garage. Because last time I definitely needed those keys. And if there is a chance that it will spawn items, which it has not spawned a lot of items for me. I gotta be honest, I cannot remember a single time the garage spawned items for me. I think you might be confused, Logan, because not a damn time. Unless you have the keys, I guess. But Yeah, no. Okay. That's pretty closed off. That's pretty bad. We need to go back to the den. Yep. Okay. Through here. Through here. Through here. And then I can keep going, or I can go backwards. I'm gonna keep going. See if I can get to the foundation. Ooh, security is really good right now. But it's gonna be even better later? Let's do security. I don't want to risk it. I have the upgrade disc. I want to use it as soon as possible because, you know, my luck can turn really fast. My luck can be just very quick to leave me. Because if not, you're gonna be real confused at this point. We are very advanced right now. To start a new person into this game would be difficult. Definitely difficult. Ellie has found a legal enough copy of Windows 7. Apple! Nice. Alright, nothing new there. Let's use the upgrade disc as soon as possible. I love this bedroom. It looks so fancy. I do think it's the fanciest bedroom we've seen so far. Blessing of the High Roller based. It's a great blessing. Last time it didn't help me all that much. Your luck likes to set you up for a fall. Absolutely, that's a good way to describe it. Mailroom data has been upgraded. Okay. I mean, found. Mailroom, same day delivery. The package will be delivered here after you reach rank 8. No contact delivery. The package will be dropped off at the entrance. The day after drafting this room. I love that. A very large package will be delivered here 3 days after drafting this room. I think, although this one is tempting because more items means better chances of good RNG, I think the fact that it will be dropped off at the entrance and I don't need to spend any dead ends on this unless I want to, like, set myself up for the next day. Tell me what you guys think, but I think I'm better off with this one. Where if I feel like I better start setting up the next run, I can put this down. And if I don't want to spend a dead end trying to get a random item, I don't know. That's how it's feeling to me. It's the long game. It always feels better to plan for the long game. Wait until you see the kind of things you can when you tithe more than 3 coins in the shrine. Well, now I have 6 per day. Now I've literally doubled. So that will be cool. You also basically only need to draw it once rather than twice to get a delivery, right? Yep, that too. That too. Which makes me think of this, which is like, I think if I did this version, that means the day I drafted, I am guaranteed not to draft it for another 3 days, which is actually kind of a plus at this point. At this point, I do have a lot of rooms that are making my drafting process more bothersome because I have so many more options. Oh, what do you guys think? What do you guys think? I think these are the ones that are tempting me the most. I know that all of the options are good, so it doesn't really matter. But I do think at this point, this is tempting me more. But you are not guaranteed to draft it on day 4. No, you're not. No, you're not. But what I'm saying is that I'd rather be drafting other rooms. I say number 2. I say number 2 too. It feels more useful in the long run. You should definitely go with that one. Yeah. Okay. Made my choice. Made my choice. Fuck it. Personally, I like no content delivery because you don't need to redraft on the next day. Okay, so we all liked the second option. We all liked no content delivery. I feel like I made the right choice. I do feel like that's the right choice. Okay, so I I want to first draft up and then maybe go down for the dead end. Cloister is not bad. Sadly, I don't have the gems. All of these are terrible. Oh no! No! I can't end the run this fast. I can't end the run this quickly. Oh, this is crap. Yeah, this is bad. This is bad. This is really bad. It isn't too bad. The thing is, I have no gems for the cloister, so it has to be either the archives of the weight room, and both have terrible consequences. Third run! Third run! Okay. I believe in the heart of the room. Sally, your grandpa's house has no bad rooms. I bought archives. I kind of want to do archives. I kind of want to do the roulette. Because if the run's going to be kind of over anyways. Oh, man, but the ladies' room. Let me grab closet. Let me see if I find any special items. Special, super mega special items around. Oh, God, the archives. What a bad roll. What a bad roll. Sleep mask fog? It is. Should I? Should I say fuck it? No, let's do lab. Let's do lab. Let's set up on an experiment. Maybe it's gonna be good. Also, did I set up the shelter? No, I didn't. I didn't. Let me do that before I forget. Because if we are, today is day 18, which means it's 24th, which means I need to set up the time save to day 25, which is Wednesday, November the 19th. Remote terminal access, view active terminals, go to shelter. So, you're on day 18? Yeah, I'm on day 18. I'm a slow player, and by that I mean I can be pretty dumb. I can be pretty smart, but I can also be pretty dumb, and I can have very bad luck. Right now, it's like the 4th time that I try to set up the time save in the shelter, but I keep not spawning the shelter. I keep not spawning the shelter, which is really bad. You've made so much more progress than I did on day 18. Wait, for real? I've heard of people that beat it so much faster. You're pretty dumb most of the time. Shut up, man. I've heard of people that beat it so much faster that I am feeling a little bit self-conscious about how long it's taken me. Okay. Give me something good. Gain 1 key for every 2 hallways in your house. Permanently add 1 gold to the allowance. That's what we're gonna do. Each time you unlock or bypass a security door, whenever you draft a shop room, when you draft a hallway from another hallway. I think I'm gonna do shop room. That's like the easiest one. A streamer beat it in 8 hours. That's crazy to me. That is so crazy to me. Okay. We may add a couple more coins to our allowance, which is right now my favorite buff to get. That is really cool. Wither Snake is not actually dumb. I can be very dumb. I can also, like, pull out some smart plays every now and then. Your allowance has been raised, baby! No shovel, which is very bad for me. I really wanted that shovel. I'm gonna do indoor nursery. I can't. Fuck. Let's do whatever's here. Chapel. Goodbye. Goodbye. I'm not stepping in there. Okay. Back to the archives. Back to the archives. Up into the foundation, hopefully. BRB, work. Good luck. I hope you have a good shift. If you're going to your shift. Did I tell you another VTuber I follow opened up the Black Rock Grotto on day 1? Yeah, you did. That makes me feel so self-conscious about how long I'm taking. It's taking me so long. Alright. The statement on one of the other two boxes would be true if you replace the word every with the word this. That's so complicated. Every box contains gems. That's a lie. Every box is black. That's a lie. The statement on one of the other two boxes would be true if you replace the word every with the word this. This box is black. That wouldn't make it true. This box contains gems would make it true. I'm gonna go with this one. Spoilers, there ain't much you can do with the Black Rock Grotto that early in the game, even if you unlock it on day one. Yeah, but still, it's like a major accomplishment. It took me like 14 days to do that. Okay, do I go to the foundation or do I keep going through the archives? Because at this point, I'm kind of aimless. And this way, I have a lot more chances for dead ends and stuff. I could use the dark room. I'm gonna do the dark room, I think. That's good as any choices. It's not like I could see what I was doing before. Oh my... No! No! Nothing! Okay, okay. No, we know this is a bad run. We know this is a bad run. Which infuriates me because I had the boudoir. Not the boudoir, sorry, the ladies' room. Which if I had found the key for... If only I had found the key for it. That would have been really, really nice. Use. It's hot! If I have the chance for a freezer, I need the freezer. I need the goddamn freezer. Redraw. Please, something I can use. Okay. I'll do this. I don't care. I literally just need the chance for a freezer. I've never done this room, so it's a good chance to find something I haven't done before. Staff notice, the day we all dreaded has finally arrived. It is with unprecedented sadness that we inform you of the death of our benefactor, employer, and master, the Baron of Mount Holy, H.S. Sinclair. Any staff who have an interest in attending services may contact Mrs. Babbage for details. In following the instructions left by the Baron himself, effective immediately, all work at Mount Holy is suspended. All live-in staff will have 1 month paid leave and must vacate the premises by Friday, November the 6th. I'm assuming this is here just to tell me when the first day was. I don't need it because I have the calendar. So I'm not gonna screenshot that. It doesn't feel relevant whatsoever. Where am I in the grid? I'm fine. That's not important. Is there anything useful here? Anything useful at all? There's an angel name. There's one angel name. We appreciate that. Is this Mrs. Babbage? Do I finally get to see Mrs. Babbage? Okay, that is Mila. If I go to my angel list from the chapel... Where's my angel list? Okay, here. Made with a broom. That is angel number 5. And she is called Mila. I wonder when these are gonna come into play. I wonder when this is gonna happen. Ellie declaring a bad run is almost a guarantee that it'll be a good run. Except it's a bad one so far. Unless I get the freezer right now. That would be really cool. Okay, I do want the kennel. Never done Maid Chamber, might as well. Yeah, this is a very much a moment of like, well, if this is kind of lost already, might as well try as many random things as I can. I do need to keep going up no matter what. So until I get some branching rooms, I have to prioritize being able to move. The aquarium is a branching room. I could go for that and then keep using the archives. Your allowance has been raised! Let's go! Compass. Draw floor plans leading north more frequently. Okay. I don't want to use it here. I'd rather keep trying to move. I was making it rain today. Actually, that's good. That is good. I want the freezer, which is a blue room. I could do this and increase my chances, but there's so many blue rooms. I'll do it. No, I won't. Great Hall! It's not terrible. I have only 2 keys. That's pretty terrible. I should have thought about it before. I should have thought about that. That's fine. That's fine. Don't worry about it. By the way, Ellie, should we double check the notes you took of the hints in the aquarium last time? I forget which rooms we need to keep an eye out for. The archives. The notes that I have are the following. Let me go to my notes. I really want to be able to show you my little book. Laundry and patio both have an X in the aquarium. The archives has an arrow pointing to it, which seems more relevant. Come on, bro. Come on! Can you not give me... Can you not give me a little respite? Give me the freezer! I need the freezer. Right, I have better chances of drafting red rooms today. Which is so fun. So fun. Let me go use my 1 key. Okay, there is a door. Thank God! There is a door! Okay, workshop. I have the lever. And anything I can combine? No. I cannot conceive of finding anything that I can use with the lever and the sledgehammer. Like, at this point, my brain cannot even... Damn it! Well, that's it for this run. Let me run to the chess puzzle. So we can talk about it a little bit, so we can try and figure it out a little bit. You said we should stop at the archives? We should double check the archives on our way out. I seem to remember the arrow was pointing to one of the file cabinet drawers. It was, but I tried opening them with no keys, with no special keys. Want a spoiler for the sledge contraption? First, make it a hint. And specifically, I'd like to know, is it an item that I have found, but just not when I had the opportunity to combine it? Or is it a new item that I haven't even fucking seen? That's what I would like to know at first. Like, that's my first question. Depending on how you answer, maybe I'll ask you more about it. Let's use all the money, I guess. Well, no, because what if? Because what if? Right? Yeah, what if? Where am I going? To the pantry. Think you found it very early on. Okay, interesting. Okay, Told you we should have taken Hovel at the beginning. Yeah. It would have been better. God damn it! But you know what? I got the family tree, so there's that. There's at least that. I'm going in circles. Where am I going? To the parlor. Parlor? Parlor. Parlor archives. So here's the thing about the archives. I have tried checking like all of the drawers, and I couldn't really find any that would open without a key. I assume there is some sort of key that I have to find. I'm clicking on them furiously, but nothing. I think I have to find a key. The one that I was pointing to, I think it's this one. I really do. But yeah, I can't really open it whatsoever. Sledgehammer broken lever battery pack. I found the battery pack once. Once! Damn it, it's so difficult to find. You found it like twice early on and never again. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So yeah, the archives, no idea what I can do here without a key. I do think I want to go to... was it in the bottom? I think it was in the second part of the house. Might as well go to the foundation. Might as well go to the foundation and show you the chest thing. I find that lighting up the dark room can often get you items or parts you really end up needing. If only. If only I had more keys. But sadly, I do not. Oh, if only. I'm so upset that I didn't get the freezer when I spawned the furnace. Because you know that I'm not likely to spawn the furnace unless the archive forced me to. You know that I'm not likely to do that. Anyways. Open, please. Thank you. Now, I don't remember exactly where it is. It's not in here, so it's gotta be on the other side. I'm gonna try to show you guys the puzzle, the chess puzzle that I'm talking about, so we can all be on the same page. Don't remember exactly where it is, but here. Okay, no, not here. Oh, yeah, the sigils! The sigils! The sigil thing! Okay, the sigil thing. I can do anything about this. Like, literally, there's nothing I can do here. But this sigil, thanks to my notes, thanks to all the studying I've been doing, I can tell you, this symbol, the core, is the censored name for the country of Finnair? Feriker Nuance? I'm not entirely sure. No, not Finnair, not that. No, wait. No, okay. Here's the thing. I don't have a name for that country. It's this symbol. Is the symbol that shows up as censored in the classroom. The teacher crosses it out. Well, she doesn't cross it out. The book crosses it out, the book of the history of our India. In all of the censoring part, it is censored. But you can still see that that is the shape that the book was censoring. Then in the classroom, there is one homework that shows that symbol, and it is marked as wrong based on the other symbols. I know that that is marked as wrong. And the teacher writes, I hope this isn't a political message. There is no other reason for calling it a possible political message other than this is a censored symbol. This symbol for the second country on the right side of the continent of Orinda, whatever the name is, because that's the one name that I don't fully understand, because again, it's censored, so it's pretty hard to understand what I'm looking at. That symbol belongs to that country and it's censored to fuck. We forgot to go down the elevator when we had the key card. Do we need it? Why don't you know if when we are in the basement and send the elevator up without you in it, if it maybe reveals something beneath it? Oh, interesting. Interesting question. So anyways, wait, the sigil. So, the sigil, what this means is the country of censored. The lines mean fog. As far as I know, the lines mean fog. And the symbol on the edges, the modes, means metropolitan. Then the edge should have symbols and a color, but it doesn't have neither. So I don't exactly know what to do with that, but I'm giving you the information that I have. I'm giving you the information that I have, you know? So, chess. Chess. Wonder where is the chess? Is it here? Maybe? I don't think so. There's something here. But I don't think it's a chest. Yeah, it's not. It's this thing. Okay. I'm so lost. This doesn't have any grids anymore. I get lost very easily. Okay. Not that. Where's this chest puzzle? It has to be out here. Except it's not, because this is just the fountain entrance. Ugh, where is it? Oh my god, I've lost it. I've completely lost it. Is it on the outside of the house? Okay, it's not there. It's not here. Possibly here? No! Ah! Ah! Okay, let's go up the fountain and go to the other place outside the... Sorry, what are you asking about? The chess puzzle! The chess puzzle that I've been agonizing about this entire stream. I'll find it. I'll find it. I have nowhere else to spend the last steps. I have no reason not to find it right now. Not to make my best efforts. I have the elevator that I could use, but it doesn't matter. I have this thing, which the piece should be inside. I guess I should have checked if this electronic thing is still there. Yeah, it is. Anything that I can do here? Still nothing, right? Admin key, still I have no idea what that is. It's not Swan Song. I've tried Swan Song. There's a sticky note over there that says 100, and I don't know what that means. Outside past the gate, I think. Yeah, that side has the orchard and the gems. Let's go down the elevator, see if it was there. I don't think so. I don't think it was there, but I legitimately don't remember. I don't remember where it was. It's that symbol again. Sherry Pumpkin, welcome. Hello, how are you doing? Hope you have a good day. Welcome, hi. That's good that you're running down the info with us. It makes us better able to brainstorm with you when we are all on the same page. I just wish you could see it. I just really wish you could see it. I have to figure out a way to point a camera at my notes so that you guys can see it. Okay, that's the foreman log. It's not what I'm looking for. That's not what I'm looking for. Here, okay, fuck, here. Okay, so this is why I'm I'm saying, like, the grid matters. Because there's... Wait, but this is not 44, is it? No, yeah, it is. 1, 2, 3, it's 9. It's 9. Okay, so this is the grid. And as I've been telling you guys, it doesn't have the shape of a normal chess piece. It has the shape of the house grid. So, I wrote down at what specific point of the house I found, in what specific location of the house I found the pieces that I found. However, by the next run, they had swapped places because they seem to be tied to the rooms, not to the location of the grid. And that's what's confusing me, because then how am I supposed to put this anywhere unless I have managed to spawn the entire house, which is not all that common considering it gives you an achievement. So I'm not gonna start a new run because of the time that it is, but it's a good moment for us to try and brainstorm about this and see if we can, like, craft some sort of theory. How about taking a picture of the book? What book? If you're talking about the book of the sigils, I have my pictures of it. That's how I learned how to read the sigil. I have all my notes. What other book do you mean? Wasn't that chess puzzle at the bottom of the elevator? You were right, officer. It was at the bottom of the elevator, and I had just forgotten about it. What did you do? I was looking for the chess puzzle because I bricked the run. The run gave me the archives, and then everything went downhill from there. I do think I upped my allowance by 2 or 3. So at the very least now I'm starting every day with like 9 coins or something like that, which is a very nice number. It's either 8 or 9. It's a very nice number because that means as soon as the run starts, I can already start buying items, which is awesome. That's a good idea. Someone should have suggested that. What? Wait, what? What good idea? Suggesting what? I'm doing well. I'm really glad to hear that, Sheriff. Very, very glad to hear that. Well, hold on. If you know which rooms among those you've spawned don't have a piece in them, then you can narrow it down the possible positions of the remaining pieces to just the squares you haven't. Yes, but I don't know if if any of these spots counts for the game as having a piece in it because it hasn't spawned. So because it hasn't spawned, I don't think the game considers it having a piece. You know what I mean? How about taking a picture of the book so you can show us what you were talking about? So what I want is to, for next time, I want to figure out how to put this somewhere that I can point a camera to it. The problem is I don't really have any surfaces for that. It would be kind of really complicated. But ideally, I would point a camera at the notes so I can modify them as I go. What can we specifically do with this chessboard or anything here? What can we actually click on? We can put the pieces in squares. We can put these pieces in squares. And the pieces are specifically pawn, rook, bishop, knight, king, and queen. And I don't know if they are white or black. Legitimately, I don't know if they are white or black. They look white to me, which is why I've been writing all of those as yellow, all of those others as yellow, because I only have one pawn. I only have one pawn. So that means most of the pawns have to be yellow. Because I can't have more than one pawn on the chessboard, you know? I'm gonna write down pawn, bishop, rook, and queen. No, a knight. So these are the chess pieces. And I have to put them somewhere in the mansion grid. So I think, sadly, it's not like the words puzzle. Sadly, it's not like the picture pair puzzle where every single run the same letter is tied to the same location of the grid. This one seems to be changing around because it's tied to the bedroom, to the type of room instead. In short, place the ones you know, then place the ones you don't know in the grid squares you haven't opened. And I understand what you mean, but I don't think it works that way. Because until I spawn a room, the game cannot know what room is gonna be there. Because I'm the one who chooses that. I would assume the pieces are determined at the start of the day. I would assume the pieces get determined when I choose a room, though. If it's like normal chess, you need enough pieces for 2 rows, or you might just need one of each type of piece. I only have one of the... this is all I have. Like, this is literally all I have. How about this? How many pieces have you found this run? I didn't write them down. I wrote down the one pawn that I found in the nook. But since it wasn't working with the other grid that I had written down, like, we have this one. Right here, this nook, that had a white rook. So I can put that, I guess. I can put that in there. But that's... the rest would be brute forcing. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is what I have found in the house. Ah! It lit up! Wait, it lit up! That means... okay. That means it is tied to the room and to the location of the house. But since I know the room is always gonna have the same piece, I have a chapel. Wait. I have a chapel. Chapel, where is it? Chapel. Chapel. We know that the chapel spawned what? The white bishop. Okay. Oh my god! Okay, wait. We don't have the study, so we don't have the queen. We don't have... I don't think I've ever found the king. The ladyship's chamber had... something. The queen, I assume. Which is that one? It's that one. Do I have an observatory? Because the observatory has the white knight. I don't have an observatory. This is fine. This is fine. Listen. I figured it out. I just have to write down which rooms have which pieces. Then I have to do an entire run specifically just trying to spawn those rooms. Not caring about anything else, just making sure that I spawn those rooms. Did we spawn a king? No, but I know that the king is in the study. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna write down the rooms that I know we need. And then if we have one run where I spawn those rooms specifically, I throw the goal of that run away into the wind from the window. And I come in here and I prioritize the chess pieces. So, what I know for a fact... does anyone remember anything else? Because the pawns have been really confusing to me. The king is in the study, for sure. The bishop is in the chapel. Rook is in the nook. Which, they make sense. Listen, bishop Bishop Chapel, because, you know, Bishop is like a religious figure, and it's in the chapel. The Rook is in the Nook, because they rhyme. The Knight is in the observatory, because you're looking at the night sky, the night piece. You know? The Queen is in the ladies' room. Ladyship room. The King is in the study. And the pawn. Where the fuck is the pawn? The Rook is in the Nook because it's a corner piece. Oh my god, that's so smart. You did it. I did it. I feel like at least we got something out of these 2 runs, because, well, I also got the increased allowance. So today I didn't get a lot of progress. I got increased allowance and I got this. The pawn is in like 8 different rooms, which makes it really confusing. The only white pawn that I have found, though, I haven't found a single one, actually. All of them have looked quite yellow to me. 60 minutes left, gotta go. Goodbye, Research. Thank you so much for being here. I hope that you had fun. I hope that you have a wonderful rest of your day, and that you sleep very well, and that you feel very well rested in the morning. Thank you for being here. Pawn could be a wild card. How about I try to put the pawn in places that I know for a fact? Gonna have to keep a separate journal sheet for the chess pieces? Yeah, I'm gonna make a new sheet for this. Okay, what rooms do I know that they have a pawn? Because I've seen several. The problem is that I've seen several, but not in this run. I don't think a single one of these has a chess piece. Maybe the quest bedroom? Let's try putting one in the quest bedroom. Let's see if that counts. It does! So any pawn might work. Any room that has a pawn might work, and there's like so many that have pawns. I have not done the observatory. I have not done the study. We could try what Officer was saying of like putting down the piece and see if it spawned the location anyways. I think there's no fucking way in hell it did. I think it depends on me actually spawning the room. But you know what? Why not try? You know? Why not try? First I'm gonna do here. No. Then I'm gonna do here. No. Then I'm gonna do here. No. Then I'm gonna do here. Also no. And then I'm gonna do here. Also no. Okay, so as I was saying, it's gonna depend on where I spawn the rooms. But I know exactly what rooms I need. I know exactly what rooms I need. If they're always linked to a particular room, then I think you were right. You have to spawn the room. I do think I have to spawn the room. But now I have a game plan. Now I have a game plan. Now I know what I want to do next time. I want to do this. I still have no idea about the safes. I still have no idea about the tea house. And I still want to show you guys all of the information that I've gathered, because that would be so cool if I could show you the information that I've gathered. It's run specific and you know the rooms, so you're golden. Yeah, it's run specific, but now I know exactly what to spawn. And most of them are not difficult to spawn. Like the nuke, I've always had an opportunity to spawn pretty early on. The observatory comes up quite often. The pawn is everywhere. The chapel, curse fucking room, so it's gonna chase me. The problems are the study and the ladyship room. Those I have not seen very often, sadly. But yeah, I'm gonna call it here. Call it a day. Call it. So next time, we're gonna be playing day 19. Hopefully we get the shelter. I wanna get that done. And hopefully I find a way to show you the journal as I write in it. Good job, Elise. Thank you! I'm excited about that! I'm really excited about that! Ooh. It's good to have something to feel excited about because I did feel like the runs were pretty bad today. I felt disappointed in myself for what I managed. And a lot of it is dependent entirely on RNG, but it still feels like, you know, it's not entirely RNG. It's also my choices. So I feel like sometimes I did bad choices. I feel like in places, it wasn't my bad. We did 2 runs with the archives. 2 runs with the archives. Ugh. Bad. Congrats, thank you! Thank you, Nirwanda! The chat's behaving a little weird. You can take pictures of your journal and create a digital one so you can just show us the pictures. I could, but as I was saying before, if I do that, I have no... Like, I cannot update it as I go and show you guys. It's like, it feels a lot more organic and a lot better if I can paint, like, point a camera at it and modify it in real time. But if I cannot, I will do the pictures method. I will make a digital copy basically with all my pictures. I'm not gonna make a digital copy because I'm not gonna redraw everything that I've drawn, but I'm gonna, you know, be able to show you guys one way or another. One way or another, I'll show you. You made a ton of money and you figured out the most confusing puzzle. That's good progress. So yeah, the fact that I figured this out, I had been like struggling to figure it out for a while. So I'm happy with that. And the money is going to be a game changer. Because at first I got 6 coins and it was like, okay, 6 coins can get me a salt shaker, right? If I get the commissary, 6 coins can get me a salt shaker, maybe a shovel. A magnifying glass, which I don't have many reasons to pick up anymore. But by having a minimum of 8 coins or 9, I can immediately spawn a commissary and get a sledgehammer. You know, a sledgehammer can be a game changer because you can open any trunks you find, get the items inside. And that doesn't sound like a lot, but in the trunks you can have keys and those are game enders. Same with the gems, right? Same with the gems. So I think starting with the 8 coins that I'm gonna be able to start soon, I'll change a lot, you know? You were expecting a comment of me talking about how I can finally watch gameplay, but no, it was me having you as background noises. How did the background noising go today, Leo? Was I infuriating? Was it annoying? Was it too much yelling? I feel like I got really excited at first, and then I probably cooled down. I probably calmed down as the runs became worse and worse. I cannot believe that I got the tree wrong. I cannot believe I got the entire fucking family tree wrong. And you know what's confusing about that? Did our granduncle Herbert never marry? Was I, as a child, living in the mansion? Because none of that makes sense to me. I'm gonna have to do math with the ages, with the numbers. Well, I guess the ages don't give me much. Because, as I was mentioning before, I have a picture of Clara Ebsen dancing with who I thought was Herbert in a ball dance in 1952. Herbert looks a lot older, so I was thinking maybe I could figure it out through that kind of math. But they're brothers. So, no matter how much time difference I find, it still doesn't really tell me anything about who Clara was with. Because, like, they're not gonna be that different in age. which is something. It's something. I still don't know what to do with the name of the angels. I still don't know how to enter the cloister. I still don't know how to do so many things. I think at this point, one of the things that I want the most is just to be able to spawn the furnace and the freezer. Just being able to spawn the furnace and the freezer together is one of the things I want the absolute most. Also, making it to that corner. Making it to that corner to get my last 3 letters. Because it's ridiculous that I still don't have them. And I have everything else. But the last 3 letters are actually confusing me as to what they mean. You can prepare a PowerPoint presentation for your book. And I guess that's what I will do if I cannot point a camera. I would highly prefer it if I can do it live. If I can do it live, that would be much better. That would be exciting, you know? But I do, if I want to do that, regardless of which option I want to do, I have to sort of like finish transcribing and inking this stuff. Even if there are mistakes, I have to be willing to correct them later on. Because there's so much in here that it's like, it's not all that visible. It's written in very soft pencil so that I can erase it. And it's not going to have any marks. And that would make it difficult, regardless of if it's photo or live video, it would make it difficult for you to see it. So I have to commit. What I'm saying is I have to commit. Oh my god, guys, we played day 19, which means, sorry, we played day 18, which means next stream, if I do 2 runs, I'm gonna have day 20, which is the day of the sale at the commissary. And I have 8 coins for starters. And I have all of the fountain coins. I think I'm gonna get all the fountain coins for the commissary sale. That would be cool. Adiós, Rodrigo. Espero que tengas una buena noche, que duermas bien y que te sientas descansado cuando te despiertes. Gracias por venir. All right. Yeah. I'm looking at my journal, and I think it's now. I think it's the day. It's the day I actually commit and I finish inking anything that isn't inked out, which makes me nervous. I also have to figure out how to, like, where to send some of this stuff to print, because there are some things that I don't want to copy by hand. There are some things that I want to paste here, like the music sheets, for example. The way I wrote them is I just wrote the actual letters, like the actual words in them. But I think it would be so much cooler for the look of the journal if I had the actual music sheets with all the music notation and everything. Not that it's usable. It does not need to be in there with notations. But it would be kind of cooler. It would be kind of cooler. There's a few places where I kind of like want to print it instead of ink it. So we'll see what I do with that. Because I don't have the entire weekend free. For those of you who share the date, you know it. You know this weekend is Father's Day. For those of you who don't, because after learning that Mother's Day is different in different parts of the country, I don't assume anymore. I have no idea if Father's Day is happening in all the world at the same time or not. But this weekend is Father's Day. So part of the weekend is going to be completely unavailable because I'm going to be like cleaning, making sure the space is presentable, getting ready to cook for my family. Like the nicest dish that I've been wanting to cook for them for a while. So I'm not gonna have the entire weekend. But if I did have the entire weekend, I would probably be able to make this journal work. And the whole pointing the camera and everything. ¡Ah, su puta madre! ¿Verdad? ¿Qué carajo le compro a mi viejo? ¿Comida? ¿Whisky? ¿Alcohol? ¿Un buen fernet? I don't know. Just throwing you ideas. I normally, because my dad does enjoy the kitchen, I normally get him either stuff for the kitchen, because he really enjoys it, or like food, drink, stuff like that. What other ideas? I don't know. Does he have hobbies? Does he enjoy any sports or fishing Or new cell phone. What? That's expensive. If you can. I mean, if you can, that sounds awesome. But can you? That's expensive. This game is evolving our streams. It is going to be... Here's the thing. I've been meaning to go back to handcam streams for so long. If this game forces me to figure out how to point a camera at a desk, I'm not saying it's going to work for handcam streams, but I'm going to say it's going to be half the work, if not 75% or 90% of the work of figuring out the return to handcam streams. Because it's one thing to be able to show you the journal and like move away, like move the journal away, writing it and then put it back, than it is to have my hands constantly on the desk. It works differently. There's a different logistic because of like how much I have to be looking at what I'm doing with my hands. We'll see. After 3 years, so we finally figured out how to point a camera down. The funny thing is that I did it in my first, like after my membership stream openings, which was year 1, I think, or like after year 1. I did do handcam streams. Remember, I showed you kind of a lot of stuff. However, I changed the configuration of this place right after. Not right after. After a while, I changed the configuration of the room where the computer is. I don't have the same table available anymore. There is no other table that I can put down in the same space. There's like a couple of logistical issues that came with like changing that table or desk or whatever you want to call it. And I either have to figure out something with the furniture I have or get a specific piece of furniture solely for the purpose of handcam streams, which I'm not necessarily against, but it also has to be cheap. And it has to fit right. It's complicated to find, you know? I thought Mother's Day was the same everywhere and almost wished my mother on the wrong day. I had to hide everything. Yeah, it's not. It was surprising. It was surprising to me that it isn't. It took a similar amount of time to have the microphone face the correct way. Oh, burn, but I deserve it. Burn, but I fucking deserved it. I kind of figure you just didn't have anything you wanted to show off. No, I do have things that I want to show off. It's just... I have things that I want to show off. It's less that I want to show off and more like I would love to do crafting streams. I would love to craft little thingies. Things that I always wanted to try crafting-wise. But I just don't have the space, the logistics, the desk, you know? And then I would have to get the materials for crafting, which is another expenditure, and it's another, like, trying to find the actual thing, etc. Ellie building Gundams when? Never. They're expensive as fuck, especially in my country, and I don't really like mechas. I don't hate them, they're not, like... They're not special. I don't have anything particularly driving me to mecha stuff. Si uno no hace las cosas es porque no tiene ganas o le falta imaginación. Yo hubiera levantado un día para ir a la plaza, agarrar ramitas y hacer un arroyo para el celular y así filmar. ¿Eh? Hacer un apoyo para el celular y así filmar. No. Listen. I know what you're saying, Leo. Quiero que sepas que me he ido a Easy a comprar tubos para armarme una Lightbox. Que me he ido a comprar tubos para armarme una gimbal para la cámara. There's things that I can't figure out, but there's things that just have to do with like logistics. Especially like as a VTuber, you have to account for risk. I cannot build something that might like break on me and then suddenly do a reveal that I don't want, you know? James Jager, thank you for the stream. Thank you for being here. I hope that you had a good time, that you have a wonderful rest of your day, and that you feel more rested in the morning. Craft streams would be super cool. You might have to simply set up on your floor. I will consider it. But it's the problem again of having to manage the computer and the stream at the same time. How would I read the chat? How would I read the chat if the chat is so much higher than my head? I would have to constantly be moving up and down, you know? ¿Para qué tú usas las ramitas que le choreas de la plaza? Nada le gana, sí, la estabilidad. La estabilidad de un tubo. Tubos de PVC. Tampoco es que, altos tubos. But yeah, I do want to figure it out. Again, it also would be a problem in the sense that if I want to start crafting, I'll need resources, materials. I would need there's two specific crafts that I always wanted to do. And there's one that I don't necessarily feel like I want to do, but I have a lot of material for free. Back from work meeting. Welcome back, Asi. Good news, I figured out the chess puzzle. Did I actually finish it? Oh no, no I did not. But now I know exactly what to do next time. I have written down in my notes the rooms that I need to spawn for the chess puzzle, which has been confusing for the last 3 streams or so. Guys, remember what I said at the beginning of the stream? The 2 white trees? I still have no idea where the white trees are. I forgot. The entire stream I did not pay attention. I was too focused on chess. I was too focused on chess. No more blueprints. No, not anymore for today. I'll do it again next week. Probably also on Thursday to give myself more time to figure out the journal. What I want to do, Asi, is I have my game journal. If you've played this game, I assume you might have your own. Might. I don't know. I don't want to make assumptions. But when I stream it next, which hopefully, like, I get everything ready for before, but just in case I'm gonna set it for Thursday, I want to figure out how to point a camera at my game journal so I can like show you guys, move the pages around, like write in it in real time. If not, I'll still take pictures to show you guys my game journal as we go, but I'll give myself more time by slotting it on Thursday. I'm gonna play this again on Thursday, same time. I start like 3 hours before now. 3 hours, like I don't know what time it is for you. It's now 5:20 for me. I start at 3, so like 2 and 20 minutes, 2 hours and 20 minutes, math, 2 hours and 20 minutes before right now on Thursday. Where was I? Get up every few seconds to read it. Simple. Ugh, who wants to do that? If you wait, what? If you're not picturing Ellie out in the neighborhood punching a tree, someone asking her what she's doing and her screaming, "I need materials to craft with," are you even a real snake shifter? I don't know. We haven't played Minecraft in years, so that's not where my brain goes to. No, but I do have 2 crafts that I would like to try. One of them I have not yet found the materials for. I could just give in and buying them online, but the problem with buying online is that you cannot see the actual colors of the materials you're buying. Like, people buy online a lot in other countries, but in my case, if I don't see it in real life, I will not be able to know that I'm buying the right colors because I don't necessarily trust the lighting, the cameras, you know, stuff like that. The other material is a material that I am so excited. I've wanted to use for crafting for literal years. So many years. And then I found out that a couple years ago, we started producing it in this country. That changes everything because the material that is needed, which is polymer clay crafting, polymer clay was only imported before and it was expensive as fuck. There was absolutely no way I could get that. But now that it's produced in country, it's a lot cheaper to get. That being said, I would start with the other craft for reasons. I would not want to start with polymer clay crafting. I would like to start with the other one. And that is for purposes of like cooking the clay and burning the clay and stuff like that. Well, I was going to go for core keeper, but I just kind of assumed that Argentina doesn't have a lot of dirt walls. No, not a lot. No, actually, dirt walls are not really all that common that I know of. It's mostly like solid brick. Yeah, absolutely. But man, core keeper. I gotta remember to plan out the core keeper member streams. I gotta remember to do that. Figure out how I want to handle it. You have that one jungle wall? Well, not anymore. Now that I moved to the city to live amongst humans and everything. When are we opening the official Snake Shifter Power server open 24 hours? It's only $10 per month. First of all, who's gonna pay the $10 per month? It's not gonna be me. Second of all, I don't want to play multiplayer powers until I have finished my solo run. I've said this many times, so it's not a surprise. I will keep saying it because my feelings on the topic have not changed. I want to be able to finish my solo run before I go into the multiplayer. I meant that as the jungle growing on the wall. Why do you do this to me? Why do you do this to me? I did clean it. So, you know, there is no black mold right now. And yeah, it's gonna grow up again because of the problems I have with condensation in that one specific wall. But I'll keep cleaning it. I'll keep killing the black mold with regularity now that I know it's happening. now that I'm aware. Solo run. Yes, I want to do a solo, like, it's not that I want to do, I want to finish the solo run that I have on Power World and then do the multiplayer. So never? Well, I want to say never. Once I'm done studying, that $10 is yours. But Nix, I don't want to play the multiplayer Power World before finishing my solo run. I don't want to. I want to finish my solo run first. $10 is $10. $10 for me is so much. Because, like, again, my currency is a joke. I live in Monopoly Moneyland. You already finished your solo run? You defeated Zoe? I still haven't defeated the other two. There's the ice biome and there's the fire biome, and I haven't finished those. Monopoly Moneyland? Yeah, so basically, Asia, I live in Argentina. I am Argentinian. And that's the country where we have a minimum annual inflation of 100%. There has been years when we had 200% or something like that. Money in dollars is so valuable here. Like, $10 is a lot here. $10 is like $200 here, I think. Do you want to know how much it is? Do you want to know how much it is in my country? No, but seriously, the other two, and a lot of laughter. Well, there you go. The other bosses. I don't know how many. There's the ice biome that I still haven't beaten. There's the fire biome that I still haven't beaten. And is there a desert tower? Because I don't remember beating a desert boss. I definitely went to the desert, but I don't remember if there was. Oh, wait. How about the Japanese inspired island? Is that one? Does that one have a tower? I don't remember if I did that either. No, I mean, I definitely didn't do that either, but I have no idea how many bosses there are. Now that you mention it. There were 5 back in the day. How many are there now? 7. Oh, I'm so disconnected from Power World nowadays. But hey, think about it this way, guys. Think about it this way. When I played last, my computer was significantly worse. And we couldn't do model. It had to be PNG Ellie. Think about it this way. Now there's a chance that I can actually play power with my model. That would be nice. You will not help for Victor, Saya, Bjorn, and any raid boss since you don't know how to dodge the boss' basic attacks. I'll just be overpowered. I don't know how, but I will. Don't worry about it. How does this work exactly? Is milk like 8 times more expensive since when you started streaming? The way that it works is I have lost all concept of money and cost. This is something that is not unique to me, but I don't know that it's that common either. When I found an old video the other day. Where a friend was flabbergasted that I had spent X amount of money on a very nice collectible item that I still have in my shelf that I got in a convention. They were flabbergasted that I had spent that amount of money. In the year since that video was taken, that amount of money can not get me a single like chocolate bar. Or like a snack, it cannot get me a snack. It can get me maybe a few candies. Maybe. So it's not that it's 8 times more expensive. It's that every month it's different. Costs just don't stay stagnant for pretty much any long period of time. Starting area boss, forest boss, desert boss, ice boss, volcano boss, Japan boss, weird new place boss. So I definitely have done the starting area boss, for sure. I feel like I have done the forests, but I may be wrong. What is the electricity one? What is that one? I googled it because I was curious about just $10. Yeah, don't Google it. Don't Google it, bro. Since the last time she played, they added 2 new towers, 5 raids, oil rigs, 2 islands, new spawn locations, new events, PvP. I don't want PvP. I hate PvP. PvP is something that I hope I can not involve myself with at all whatsoever in Power World. I do not want PvP. The raids, I don't think I've done... Oh, wait. The raids are not the ones you summon. Because I know that there's some things you can summon, and I haven't done a single one of those. So I don't know if those are the raids you're talking about, or you're talking when you get attacked in your own base. Dodging is for people who don't have a rocket launcher. I don't have a rocket launcher, but I can make one before I go to the bosses, probably. How much in dollars is that chocolate bar from Nestle? I don't know, and I don't want to find out. I don't want to figure it out. It's too complicated. It's too complicated. Sending positive energy, thank you. By the way, Ellie, you need to be overpowered and dodge to defeat the bosses after level 50, since they have over 100,000 HP, a time limit, and they one-shot you. What the fuck? No. No! What? Why? Oh no. I may need to activate multiplayer just to finish the game? That's a bummer. That's such a bummer, bro. The Argentinian economy, like the mansion, is a fresh new run every day and almost nothing is the same in the same place twice. Pretty much. We want to spawn camp you? What does that mean? What's spawn camping? What does that mean? Oh, that you want to kill me as soon as I spawn? That's so evil. Why would you want to do that? That would be the most boring stream ever. That would be such a boring experience. Nope, I'm not doing that. Raids are the summonable ones. The attacks to the base are raids too, but they were from the start, and unless you're doing a Nuzlocke, you won't even care for them. I do care for them because they ruin my entire production line, and they do burn structures, but I guess they're like, okay, I'll just let all my pause, die, and wait for a moment, I guess. Learn how to dodge and you can beat the game solo. I can't. Sorry, dodge and attack. I can't. Placing a field of 40 campfires at Ellie spawn. Don't beat. Why are you so mean? You can always use a mod to multiply the damage of your weapon. Nah, I don't want to cheat like that. Unless I get really frustrated. If I get really frustrated, I'm bored and I'm tired and I just want to be done with it, then maybe. I forgot for everyone but Ellie, the minor raids are forgettable since Ellie doesn't believe in walls. I don't like the walls. I don't like the walls. I gotta be honest, I do not like the walls. But yeah, I'm gonna think about returning to Power World at some point. It's just that I do want to get through some franchises. I want to finish Momoloda, which still has one more game. I want to go to Puyo Puyo Tetris, which is another game that requires me to practice in between streams. I kind of don't want to do Power World until I'm really free from those because I need to grind a lot off stream, and right now I don't have the time. The time that I have to dedicate to off stream related stuff, I'd rather spend on blueprints. Okay, so the time that I spend on gaming for the streams, like making my game journal, that is something that I count relaxing, but also like preparing for streams. Same for grinding in Power World or grinding in Nikki, RIP, rest in peace, or grinding in like practicing Puyo Puyo, that too. But yeah, right now I'm doing my journal when it's like relaxed time for stream, and I don't want to mix Power World with that. And then I want to finish off some franchises. Blame people who said bosses were too easy, and they are. I do blame them. I do blame them because that's not true for everyone. Not everyone has the same easy time. Alright, but with that being said, guys, it has been like 40 minutes-ish, so I am going to end the wrap-up here. I did have a good time, even if the runs were bad, and I'm really looking forward to finishing this chess puzzle next time. Now that I know, it's like, I want to do it right now. I want to do it right now. And I gotta keep an eye out for the trees. I said the trees thing, and then I didn't do anything with the trees. So I want to keep an eye out for that. Have a wonderful rest of your day, everyone. I hope that you enjoyed. And don't forget to stretch. Don't forget to drink plenty of water. Try to eat nutritiously and try to sleep 7 to 9 hours. And most important of all, be kind to yourself and to others, okay? Take care, my snake shifters! Bye-bye!